Hey guys, so today I want to show you how to use Adobe Illustrator on the iPad. It can get really complicated, but just to begin, there are a few tools that are really easy to use. I'd still consider myself a beginner, but just learning those few tools, it really helps out. Obviously, Adobe Illustrator is a little bit less accessible than free software like Canva, and Procreate's also a cheaper option. But Illustrator is the industry standard, and you can grow in it. Um, um, you can make more complicated designs, etc. So it's a great option. It is just a little bit more expensive, unfortunately. So the first tool I want to show you is the pen tool. It's selected right here. You can change the size by just going over to this panel and selecting a size. I'll change it to 6, why not? And then if you go to the stroke tool right here, you can change the color. You can either choose a swatch or customize your color, and sure, we'll go with a reddish color. And then you can just draw like normal, and that's the great thing about the pen tool, is that you can just draw, and it's really fun to play with. Another thing you can do with the pen tool, which is really helpful, is you can import an image. Oopsies, didn't mean to do that. Make sure it's not selected when you import. You can import an image. Here's a picture of my cat that I just took. And you can use the pen tool to trace over it. So, you can get whatever design you want. If you have a picture of your cat or a picture of your dog, or, a picture of whatever, you can just start tracing it, and then you have, a copyright-free design that you made yourself. So, that being said, some other tools that are really great to know. Here's the text tool. Basically, you can create whatever text you want. I did the Helvetica because that's the text we use for our brand. But, we can change the color of the font. We can do this like 3D effect that I did, which is basically all you have to do is copy it, and then you can drag it and get a 3D effect if you change the color. But you can change the font size and everything like that. If you go to the panel over here, you can change the color if you select it first. And the stroke, sure, it can be green, and then you have whatever text you need. And it's really useful because you can put text in whatever design you're doing, and that helps your life out a lot. Another tool that I've already been using in this video is, goodness, I did a lot of copies of these. It's the fill tool and the stroke tool. The biggest difference is if you want to have a different colored stroke, which is basically just the outline of whatever you're doing, then you want to make sure that it's this circle that's not full, and then you can make a cool outline, whatever. And you have to make sure, especially if your image is not rasterized, that if you want to move the whole thing, I'm still on text. If you want to move the whole thing, you go to the select tool, and then you have to select everything, but then you can move the image around. Otherwise, if you don't select everything, then you just move one of the things around. I really love Illustrator. It's expensive. It does take a pretty penny, but it's really nice to use. So I hope that was helpful. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments.